Handmade Christmas gifts. This one took a while. I will show you. I'm gonna start this video with the end. This is a case for a straight razor that was something my my little one wanted, not so little one, wanted for Christmas. But we're into sustainability, the royal we, and I'm a Jawa, so I collect things. So I uncovered some parts that I had, and this is a case that resulted from it. So the considerations upon making the case: it needed to be a sturdy material. It might encounter water. It needed to have a certain dimension, and 6 and a bit and 2 and a bit were the dimensions of the straight edge razor cases I found online. A simple case with a flap was what we thought about. No leather, vegan, and no leather because we wanted to be sustainable. And what else? That's pretty much it. So I was at Brickersville in Shoreline Village, and these are not bricks, but everything leads back to the Lego. I found this material that we've been using in a number of ways, sort of like to lay down under Lego and things like that. It's a really sturdy material, and I want to tell you, I think that the Honorable First Mayor of Brickersville, Jesse Miller, is also a Jawa, because he had picked this up somewhere. It was an end, one of a number of ends of upholstery material that he had picked up from places. And I asked him if I could cut a piece from it so that I could make this case. The way I did it was I took the curtain insert and I took this and I cut the edge, sandwiched them together, and put heat and bond inside. Then I turned it all. So I had a straight piece with this flap. So I did this flap before I did all of that. I think I have a video on that. I'll add that on at the end of this. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to have this inside out, sew it, and then flip it. Or even just sew it. No, I think I was going to sew it on the right side, so you can see where I was sewing it on the right side with it open. But this is so thick that my needle kept breaking. I broke 2 universal needles, and then I went and got denim needles, and I broke one of those. So time's a ticking. Today is Christmas Day. It's in the afternoon, and I just finished hand sewing the edge. So it's not beautiful, but it does show the labor of love that was necessary in the creation of this handmade gift. So this works like this, and it goes in, and if you want to get one of these, I'll make one for you. I'll put it on Etsy, and if you want, then I will donate the proceeds, the entire proceeds of this gift, to our summer program, our multinational summer program that I'm going to be having in Long Beach, California, that will largely focus on making handmade gifts. I'm thinking of including a Christmas in July, or maybe holidays in July, winter in July, something like that. And anyway, but I'm digressing. So have fun. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Here at our sewing ironing station. I'm using this upcycled fabric. It was recovered, obviously, an end from something else that was happening somewhere. And our Honorable First Mayor brought it. Who knows where he got it. So this is upholstery fabric. I have a little sustainable gift to give. The desire is to have a straight razor kit, case. So I thought I would take this fabric and basically just do a fold over, which will be the easiest thing to do. And then I'm going to line it with this, which is an old curtain that I had recovered from somewhere. So there are some issues with this fabric. See how it frays pretty easily? I'm going to zigzag it. And then I am going to sew an exact piece, two pieces actually, from the straight razor to it, and then turn it so that I don't have ugly ends. Once I do that, then I will just stitch on the outside of this the case together, because that way I don't have to worry too much about well, that's what I'm going to do. So just top stitching on the case afterwards. And then that is a birthday gift. Ta-da! This is a very cute, well, it's not very cute yet. Very sustainable product that I'm creating here. It's for a straight edge razor. It's a holiday gift. And so the challenge was simple, just to create a little pouch that folded over that could be taken to the bathroom. So you might have to consider that it might get wet, might need to be washable. And so the material that I chose for it was this edge of fabric, industrial fabric. Like, I don't even know, it looks like it might have been made for curtains or something. It's a little, it has a bit of a furry texture to it, which could or could not be good. I'm not sure. Anyway, and to simply create a holiday gift. So, straight edge razor. I looked up the dimensions, about 6 inches by a couple of inches. So this is what I came up with. We'll see whether it actually fits. And then all I did was I created 2 straight pieces. And this has yet to be ironed, because this fabric, when you fold it, it's so thick that, see, it pops out. So I decided to, I'm kind of on this kick with the Heat and Bond. So I put some Heat and Bond onto this side of the fabric, and then I will iron them all together. But do you see what's happening here? I not only had to turn the fabric, but I added the security band for the flap. And if this works, I actually think it's coming out really nicely. It looks nicer than I might have anticipated. It's a gift, and my people all know that I make my own gifts, and then so if it doesn't come out too perfect, it's okay. But I think it could be really nice, right? So if this works, hey, maybe if you wanted to buy one, you could ask me and I could sell it to you for $20. How about that? And if not, it's okay. But I actually think it might be viable, and it's all sustainable. This is the back part of a curtain liner that I reused. And the only new stuff that's used in this one is the thread and the Heat and Bond. But not bad. I'll tell you how it comes out. Oh, I'm sure I'll be doing a video on it. Okay, here it is after ironing. It looks pretty nice. So now I'm going to sew this part up. And, oh, I shouldn't have ironed that down. Oh, it didn't go anyway. Oh, I guess there's, I wonder what happened. Huh. Okay, maybe I didn't iron it. I don't know what. So I'll sew this part down. And then, it doesn't get seen anyway. but I am going to also stitch this together so everything will get a another layer of stitching. Yep, that's it. Okay, there it is stitched. Next, all that remains is to stitch it up here. I'll make sure to nudge it a few extra times here. And we don't necessarily have to do a stitch around here, but I might. Let me think about that. Okay, ta-da! Just an observation, it may be a little short. This is turning out to be about 6 inches, so, and I think it's 6 and a bit, so we will see. Thankfully, I made this very thick. I probably should have moved this up a bit so that the overlap was less, so it could overlap right here. Lessons learned. Otherwise, it's a nice pencil box. Alright, the problem monster rears its ugly head, and I broke a second needle, so it's turning out to be kind of thick. I'm probably going to have to get some heavy-duty needles. Right now I'm using universal size, and so I'm going to put this project away, take that heavy-duty thread that I bought out, and I'm going to work on making my quilt, which I am going to anchor around this lovely pattern, which I really like. So I'm going to make this the center of the quilt. And then I have these pieces that I had bought, that I had printed, and I'm going to arrange them like this at the top and the bottom. And the quilt is not necessarily a quilt for covering or anything with. It's more of a demonstration quilt, as in this is what we can do with these lovely images that we've created. Ta-da!